People who study the four elements of earth, wind, fire, and water have been labeled as pagans. Yet, when the prophet Ezra first asked God for direction, God first asked the prophet Ezra what he knew about these same four elements. He explained, "How can you expect to understand what is in higher realms if you don't understand the lower level realm you're in?" You can find the following direct link available at archive.org if you simply Google the Apocalypse of Ezra PDF. It begins with Ezra pleading to God for the people of Israel, asking God why. If we're a chosen people, why do we suffer so much? Why do you let our enemies trample all over us? And Ezra asked God why the evil heart exists and was asking for wisdom from God. If I'm your only person, your only covenant, and it's interesting, being your only one, being your only line type thinking. Well, it's obvious he wasn't perfect either, but he purified his heart enough to receive greater communication from God, and the response and answers he received are very interesting. Chapter 4, verse 5, Ezra is asked about the fire, the wind, and the day. Come weigh me the weight of the fire, or measure the measure of the wind, or recall me the day that is past. He didn't know how to answer, and he was asked in verses 10 through 11, "Thou art incapable of understanding the things that grow up with thee. How then can thy vessel comprehend the way of the Most High?" And as it was explained how one who is corrupt in a corrupt world cannot possibly know the way of him who is incorrupt, Ezra was being tested. Verse 12, he fell on his face and expressed that it had been better if we were not born. Verse 13, he began to be given some lessons in nature of the earth and given a lesson in the war between woods of the trees of the earth and the waves of the seas as a lesson for himself. And is reminded in verse 21 about those in this realm understanding this realm. And he who is above heaven, what is above heaven? Verse 23, Ezra says, "For I have not desired to ask about the way of what is above, but about those things which pass over us daily," and explains how the people didn't live the holy laws and covenants. Verses 26 through 32, he's taught about the seed of evil. The vision of Ezra's eagle came later. Ezra fasted and prayed and was shown many things. When God was talking to Ezra, he was taught about all the abuse that we're going through as helping with our new birth. Birthing of where all of this is actually heading. And doesn't the laws of empowerment explain how all that abuse is essential for the birth of what we're creating, who we're evolving to be? In reference to our government from Ezra's eagle, Vision 5, chapter 12, verse 3 and 4. "And the whole body of the eagle was burnt, and the earth was greatly amazed. But I, from great agitation and much fear, awoke and said to my spirit, Thou hast wrought all these things unto me, because thou searchest out the ways of the Most High." Can you relate to that last verse? I can relate. This is what I've been saying to myself. It was such a tough experience for him. Verses 5 and 6 says, "And lo, I am enfeebled in my soul, and my spirit is much diminished, nor is there left in me the least strength because of the great fear which I have experienced in this night. And now I will petition the Most High, and he will strengthen me unto the end." Facing our fears to obtain the gold nuggets of empowerment takes strength and courage. Why we've been through the abuse is to obtain the empowerment from the highest. That's also why we've had the presidents we've had to prepare us for the Most High, who chose them before the foundation of the earth, according to the grand master plan, and possibly along with all other world leaders. The different pros and cons in our leaders has just been to teach and prepare us for God.